Hey everyone, welcome back to Metta Minutes with Caroline. That's me. Today, I want to talk about a difficult emotion that seems to be increasing for everybody these days. And I'm sure there's a million reasons why. There's a lot of research into why, but we're not talking about that. Today, we're going to talk about how to deal with it, and that is anxiety. I feel a lot of anxiety. It's a tough thing to feel, and sometimes when I'm feeling very, very anxious, it makes it impossible for me to do other things that are necessary to do in my life. Sometimes if I need to venture out into the world and I am too anxious to do that, I don't get my errands done for the day. Or if I need to start on a task or a project and I'm too worried about it being perfect or whatever that looks like, I don't start it. It makes me sometimes miss out on things that I don't want to miss out on in life. So what have I done to be a little bit less anxious or to help me move through that anxiety? Well, there's a lot of things that you can do, and perhaps you are already trying some of these things. But the biggest thing that I have found to be helpful is to do some grounding things, some things to get recentered, to get grounded, and to really feel a physical and embodied sense of what's actually happening in the moment. The goal here is not always to get rid of the anxiety, but to notice what it's there and realize that I can survive whatever the anxiety itself is and whatever the situation is that's provoking the anxiety. Sometimes it's a situation, sometimes it's a thought or a belief that I have about the situation. But regardless, my mind is telling me that I can't survive it. And these are the strategies I use to remind myself that actually I can survive this when it happens. So the first thing that I do when I am feeling anxious is I notice, where do I feel anxiety in my body? What does anxiety feel like for me? I start to notice my heart rate will speed up. Sometimes the temperature in my body will rise and I'll start sweating. That can even increase my anxiety because then I'll get sweat stains and that's not fun. And then I feel like the whole world knows that I'm feeling anxious. Sometimes I start to talk really quickly if I happen to be around people. Sometimes I talk quickly and I don't stop talking and I just talk and talk and talk. Sometimes I start saying things that I wish I wasn't saying. Sometimes I get the butterflies in my stomach. I get that, the anxious butterflies. Sometimes I mistake other emotions for anxiety. So sometimes I'm actually feeling excited about something, but I think that I'm anxious. And that's why it's good to check in and just see, what does anxiety actually feel like? When it's actual anxiety, when I'm really, really nervous, I will take some breaths. And sometimes just sitting there and focusing on breathing in and breathing out is enough, but sometimes it's not. But there is some science behind why breathing works. And so if you are breathing out longer than you're breathing in, it engages the part of your nervous system that is responsible for keeping you calm and disengaging that fight or flight mechanism that we all have. So you might want to try this right now, where we'll take a breath in through our nose for the count of 4. Hold it for the count of 1. And then exhale it for the count of 6. Try that again. Take a breath in and count to 4. Hold it for 1, exhale for 6. And just notice what that did for you. If you want, you can rewind that bit, take a little check-in for yourself. How's your body doing? Do those 2 deep breaths, and then just see if anything changed. If I need a little bit more, if I feel like I need to actually have a more embodied connection, the breath is too subtle for me, I will place one hand on my chest, one hand on my belly, and I'll take some breaths. Maybe I'll do the counting along with it, or maybe I'm just breathing and feeling that connection along the center of my body, noticing the rise and fall of my chest and my abdomen as I breathe in, And breathe out. And breathe in. Breathe out. If I am able to, I'll send myself some loving kindness. Breathing in, may I be happy. Breathing out, may I be healthy. Breathing in, may I be safe. Breathing out, may I live with ease. Sometimes it can be helpful to get even more grounded. Literally, I will notice the feeling of my feet on the floor. If that's a little bit difficult, sometimes I'll squeeze my toes, kind of flex my feet, get some tension in there, and then relax it and really see, what does this feel like? What do the bottoms of my feet feel like? What do my toes feel like? What do the tops of my feet feel like? Am I wearing socks? Am I wearing shoes? What does it feel like for my foot inside? And sometimes I'll do that with my hands too, and squeeze them and relax them, and squeeze them and relax them. You can do any or all of these or combine them in different ways to just bring you back into the right here, right now. Just noticing where the anxiety is in your body, seeing if you can move it around a little bit and survive it, because you can. I will also notice my 5 senses. So take a moment to look around the room that I'm in and just notice 5 things and take note. What are the 5 things that I'm seeing? Maybe it's objects, maybe it's colors, maybe it's the whole room, maybe it's a tiny thing, maybe it's something up close, maybe it's something far away. And then I will notice 4 things that I can feel. So that might be temperature, that might be the clothes on my body, that might be feelings on the inside. Maybe it's my heart beating, maybe it's my stomach rumbling. I notice 3 things that I can hear. They might be quick sounds. They might be long, sustained sounds. Again, it might be something far away. It might be something a little bit closer. Maybe it's something inside of my own body. Maybe you suffer from tinnitus, that like ringing, that constant ringing in your ears. That counts. And then 2 things that you can smell. Noticing also, are these things pleasant or unpleasant, or neither pleasant nor unpleasant? They're just kind of neutral. And if just sitting here trying to smell something you don't like, if your hair's long enough, you can try to smell that. If you are wearing a cologne or a perfume, you notice if you smell that. Maybe it's the laundry detergent on your clothes. And then finally, one thing you can taste. Maybe you just ate something recently or just had a cup of coffee. You can still sort of taste that. Maybe you just recently brushed your teeth and you can taste that flavor of the toothpaste. And then the final thing that I like to do, they're affirmations essentially, but little reminders. I do this a lot when I'm walking, and so I can have my hands in my pockets or just at my sides. I will press my thumb to my first finger and say, may I be happy, may I be healthy, may I be safe, may I live with ease. May I be happy, may I be healthy, may I be safe, may I live with ease. What's nice about this is that each one of those phrases has a specific finger that it goes to, so I know that my mind is getting a little off track if all of a sudden I'm saying something like, may I be happy, and it's my middle finger, and I go, oh, I'm off track, and I bring it back. May I be healthy, may I be safe, may I live with ease, may I be happy, may I be healthy, may I be safe, may I live with ease. Maybe you need a different thing that you are saying. Maybe it's, I can do this. I can do this. Or this too will pass. This too will pass. Doesn't always have to fit perfectly, but see what works best for you. You can make up your own phrases, your own affirmations. You can do it with both hands. Maybe you need a little bit extra pressure. You can make the pressure very, very light. You can add a little bit more pressure. These are the things that I do to help relieve some of that anxiety and remind myself that it happens. I can ride this wave. Anxiety tries to tell me that if I do this thing, or if I do this thing and get it wrong, I'm going to die. You're not going to die. You're going to get through this. Everybody experiences anxiety at some point or another. It's just a matter of how we notice it and how we honor those feelings that are coming up, not trying to push it away, but just trying to move with them and through them, because everything is temporary. Maybe it will be helpful right now to send yourself some loving kindness for those situations where you're feeling anxious. Maybe you want to sit comfortably, whatever that's looking like and feeling like for you. For today's meditation, bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. And as you bring your attention to the feeling of your breath, notice that rise and fall of your chest and your abdomen under your hands. As you notice those points of connection, your seat, on your chair or your cushion, notice also the points of connection, your hands, just gently holding you, reminding you that it's going to be okay. And bring to mind something that brings you some anxiety. Not the most anxiety-provoking situation, but a little bit of anxiety. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be safe. May I live with ease. Inhale, may I be happy. Exhale, may I be healthy. Inhale, may I be safe. Exhale, may I live with ease. And keep that rhythm going. Notice how the anxiety changes, how your body changes. As you repeat these affirmations to yourself, as you hold yourself with this connection. And it is my greatest wish for you all that you are happy and healthy and safe and living with ease. I look forward to seeing you all next time. Thank you so much for watching these videos. If you find this video helpful or this channel helpful, please feel free to share it anywhere, any platforms that you are a part of. I look forward to seeing you all next time. Take care.